As love left me refined, no room, not angry, not unkind, just suddenly standing alone in the tailored suit with too much time. The room felt larger without its purpose, like a stage after the curtain falls. Kirkus followed love out the door, as if they had always coordinated. I didn't stop them, I acknowledged them for the meaning they once generated. There's politeness even in defeat when you understand the arrangement. Movement 3. There is a way to be defeated without becoming small, to lose what gave you direction. And still mean something at all. I did not collapse into bitterness. I refined myself into absence. After love, after ambition, after reason, I remain still standing, still measured, still my own conclusion. When everything walked out at once, I didn't follow, didn't move on. The air was thick with what was gone, like the room still disapproved. I kept my feet where they were planted, like leaving men out bare. Some losses don't need distance, they just need a man to stand correct. The chair still knew my weight, the floor still felt my breath. I watched the night rearrange itself around what was left. No plans, no speeches in my head, no anger looking for a fight, just a quiet understanding. Some things don't come back once they're right. I stayed where I was when it all went wrong. There's a moment after ruin when you check what still obeys. Your hands, your spine, your breathing, your ability to stay. I passed that moment slowly, didn't rush to say my name. I let the truth sit in the dark until it stopped feeling like shame. The walls don't clap or comfort, they just keep holding time. And I learned how much a man can lose without crossing his own line. I stayed where I was. That's how I moved on. Steady. Life came in without a sound, didn't knock, didn't wait. Sat down like it belonged there, like it knew it was late. I looked at it the way you do when the verdict's read. No question left worth asking, nothing left to be said. I didn't argue with the damage, didn't plead my case. Some things don't need defending, some things don't leave a trace. I accepted what it took from me, the way men do when fighting back would only prove there's nothing left to lose. I didn't argue with loss. I didn't argue with loss. There's a calm that comes from surrender, not the weekend, not the love. The calm where you stand alone and still feel proud. I check my pulse, my posture, Lost left and it was finished. Didn't even say goodbye. I stayed sitting where it found me and let the moment die. Hope was somewhere in the dark. Probably waiting for a cue. But it felt too early, and I later on true. Some nights hope sounds like pressure, like a promise you can't keep. It shows honesty instead, and stay where I was seated. Despair tried harder than hope, wanted Noir as wanted proof. I ignored it the same way. I ignore a bad truth. I did a lynch on either side, didn't choose despair or life. I stayed exactly in the middle and survived the night. I didn't reach for hope, I reached for control. There's dignity and neutrality when everything is gone, and not pretending tomorrow will fix what's wrong. I trust in my ability to rise without disguise, to keep my head level and my eyes dry. Tonight I'd stayed honest, didn't turn. I didn't reach for hope, I ripped for control. Reach for myself. I had a break before I felt it. That hollow sound of everything gone. Like a building when in gravity, like a mad that forgot the dawn. In reach for help or mercy, didn't shout to fool the pain. I just sat there in the wreckage, let loss finish its sentence plain. There's a dignity in the stillness when the storm has had its say, and all the noise finally leaves you, and only truth decides to stay. I don't wear the fall like a badge, I don't wear it like a crime. It's just something that happened at the wrong place, the wrong time. After the fall, I sat still, let the dust decide my will. No fist raised, no knees bent, just a man learning what silence meant. After the fall, I stayed home, held the line inside my soul. They think imposing me is no fear, they don't know the cost. It's choosing not to let the world see exactly what you lost. Every breath was measured, every thought walked slow. I wasn't trying to look strong, I just refused to let go. Ain't past 3, didn't you? I didn't break, I didn't give still standing, it's enough. Change after everything left. Same walls, same floor, just less reason to notice them. I didn't move, there was nowhere to go that would mean more than staying exactly where it ended. Space, no thoughts worth keeping, no memories asking to be touched, just time learning how to pass without direction. Breathe, I stay. Except exist correctly. I've been open for so long, they forgot the shape of holding. Whatever weight they used to carry, learned how to disappear quietly. No sound when it slipped away. No warning sign, no trace, just air where something mattered, and time moving at its own pace. Keep looking down at my palms, like they might remember first what it felt like to be needed before everything reversed. The room watches me do nothing, like it understands the rule. When there's nothing left to reach for, stillness becomes a tool. Nothing left in my hands, but I'm still sitting here. Nothing left to claim or save, still breathing, still clear. I lost more than objects and names, lost reasons, lost sound, lost a version of myself. The thought things stick around, but there's something in the way I sit back straight, shoulders low, like my body knows the truth. My mind don't need to know. Some men fill empty hands with noise, with anger, with regret. I let mine stay exactly how they are, empty, steady yet. Nothing left in my hands, still here. Nothing left in my hands, still here. Hands open, night long. Hands open, night long. Hands open, night long. Hands open, night long. Everything else left quietly, like it knew the way. No argument, no struggle, just absence where things stay. I didn't follow the sound of it, didn't ask for closure, and I checked what remained, and all I found was composure. Not strength, not courage, not some heroic state, just enough control not to disintegrate. I said with my back straight, let the moment pass, and everything you lose is heavy. Posture still matters. All I kept was composure. When nothing else stayed, anger didn't fit the room, tears felt unnecessary, despair wanted attention. I declined politely. I wasn't trying to leave. Left. The noise didn't follow, the damage didn't echo, it simply stopped. I'm sitting where it ended, not because I'm stuck, but because this is the only place that still feels accurate. There's nothing to say about it, words would only arrive late and pretend they help. I breathe slowly to remind my body that it's still required. The moment after doesn't ask for strength, only honesty. And this is what honest feels like. The girl still has the way you left it, the shade of way you used to spend, the settling on promises I never thought I'd have to understand. Keeps ticking like it's bored of me. Words don't ask me how I feel. Everything that might have left, but the silence stayed real. No footsteps, no more horses, no reason left to pretend. I lost the war without a witness, didn't even know where it began. I said it's straight back in the dark, like nothing took its toll. I learned a man can lose it all and still keep hold of his soul. I didn't scream when it all but I stayed upright in the quiet aftermath of the rain. For the blast don't look back anymore. Their eyes have already moved on. I don't ask them where they left. I already know what went wrong. There's a strength in not explaining, in letting the truth sit bare. Lost don't need an audience, it only needs a man who can stay there. Folding my anger like an old cloak, hung me where no one sees. Some nights it still whispers, but it won't get the best of me. When it all fell down, didn't curse the sky, or beg somehow. Oh, I just stood where the ground gave way and let the night finish what the day couldn't say. The room is empty, though I'm still here, breathing slow, standing clear.
I move through the night unseen, every gesture calculated, keen. No one knows the thoughts I hold, no one sees the story told. They wait for words to escape, expect confession, expect shade. My intentions stay concealed, my calm, my only shield. Shadowed into every motion deliberate, I give nothing, I let silence dictate. Shadowed intent, eyes steady, hands composed. No explanation needed, the gentleman isn't close. The world may push, may pry, try to uncover what I deny. But restrained is my power, and quiet is my tower. I've walked this path before, learned that words are never more, and shadows fleeting on the wall. Silence stands, and I stand tall. Shadowed intent, no whisper reaches me. I remain refined inside, calm as the sea. Shadowed intent, the night observes my pace. Every breath, every pause is honor in this space. To explain is to weaken, to justify is to bend. Keep my thoughts in words until the very end. Bass hums low, the guitar side slow. I carry my own code, and no one will know. Shadowed intent, the darkness understands. I walk my path alone and hold the night in my hand. I step lightly without sound, every motion considered profound. No explanation follows, no voice unbound. The shadows bend around me, the night respects my pace. I need no justification, I hold my space. Composed shadow, I do not explain. Silence is my armor, restrained is my ring. Composed shadow, every glance, every move carries weight and quiet. Nothing to prove. They may try to read me, guess at what I conceal, but discretion is my gift, and patience is real. The gentle it remains, I steady, shoulders back. Every pause deliberate, every gesture intact. Composed shadow, no word is required. Every breath, every pause is careful and inspired. Composed shadow, the room may chatter, I remain untouched, and
to justify the stores, the form. I keep my calm and weather the storm. The bass flows like smoke, the guitar hums discreet. I walk through shadows, graceful, complete. Composed shadow, the silence carries me. Every step, every breath is my decree. Composed shadow, composed shadow. Walls leaning, the lights don't care. This place knows how to keep a secret. I sit with my hands in my pockets, like I've got nothing to prove. They say silence is suspicious, but noise is worse. Noise sells you a version that never survives the verse. Silence doesn't lie, it just waits while you talk yourself into shades. Silence doesn't lie, it stays when words run away. I've seen men drown in explanation, choking on what they try to mean. I'd rather be unread than badly seen. No press release for my soul, no caption under my breath. If you don't get it now, you won't get it next. Silence doesn't lie, it endures long after promises break. Silence doesn't lie, it's pure in a world that fades. I don't sharpen my past for someone else's eyes. What I am doesn't need your sight. Silence doesn't lie. That's why I keep it close. I didn't come in to be understood. Didn't bring reasons in my code. The room is small, the light is low. My shadow knows me better than you. You keep asking why I stay, why I chose the quiet side. Some roads don't leave footprints, some men don't testify. I've seen what words can ruin, I've watched explanations bleed. So I folded mine into silence and let it be. I stand still while the world leans forward, waiting for a sound that I won't make. I stand still, no defense, no confession. Silence is the only shape that fits my face. I pay my dues in empty rooms, with nights that never asked my name. I learned early how noise lies and calm survives the flame. They say a man should tell his story, lay his heart out on the floor. But some truths rot when spoken, so I don't open that door. I stand still, let the air do the talking, let the clock explain the cost. I stand still, if you need a reason, you're already lost. I'm not cold, I'm contained. There's a difference you won't learn today. I don't owe, I don't beg, I don't trade peace for being saved. Your patience runs out before mine. That's how I know I'll be fine. Men like me outlast questions by never drawing a line. So wait if you want, I won't move. The dark understands me better than you.
person hangs in the air. Like smoke that won't decide. But I don't reach for it. I let it slide. I'll live long enough to know one thing. Clarity is expensive, and silence is key. There's nothing to clarify, nothing to defend. I chose my way. That's where it ends. They want context timelines, no reason they can repeat. Well, my life isn't a lesson, and I'm not here to teach. What I did awake, not confused, not by mistake, not when I'm terrified. No closing line. Feeling old and dead is not mine. So they can build on. I stay quiet, so I stay strong. The room goes still, and I don't reply. That's the moment I know I survived. Nothing to clarify. I sit where the room feels tight, shoulders straight, posture right. No word will come from me. Silence is my decree. They try to provoke, to sway, but I do not bend, I do not play. Every glance they cast my way falls softly into gray. Still composure, every motion controlled. I give no answer, I give no hope. Still composure, I straight mind intact. Every pause deliberate, every breath exact. The world wants narrative, I offer no commentary. The gentleman knows silence is visionary. Every whisper, every claim doesn't shake my frame. I sit composed, refined, keeping my peace confined. Still composure, no word, no plea. The quiet is my power, the night belongs to me. Still composure, every gesture precise. Every shadow, every step is measured in eyes. Explaining is surrender, clarifying is weak. I remain unshaken, silent, unique. Guitar notes float slow, bass hums like smoke. I move with intent, without a single stroke. Still composure, I do not yield or speak. The room bends softly, but my calm is peak. Understanding invites expectation. Expectation breeds demand. I've learned it's safer to never be fully scanned. When they think they know you, they start rearranging your thoughts, calling it concern.
heart. So I stay partially hidden, out of focus, out of frame, misunderstood on purpose, protected by the blame. Misunderstood is safer in being exposed. I wear your wrong ideas like a winter coat. Misunderstood is safer. I've learned that lesson well. I don't correct a record, I don't chase the lie. If you think I'm colder, you won't come too close to try. Distance keeps things honest, proximity lies. People love you most when you're simplified. I stay complex and quiet, let rumors do their thing. I keep my real self out of every complain. I'd rather be misread than emotionally drained. I'm not lonely, I'm selective. I don't open doors that lead to wreckage. Finally give up trying to decode, that's when I breathe. That's when I'm whole. Misunderstood is safer from men like me.
I walk through rooms of noise, but I remain untouched. Every question, every gaze is met with measured hush. No need to justify my presence, no need to defend my choice. Every gesture calculated, every silence my voice. Fine old gentleman, composed, refined and still. I offer no explanation, I bend to no will. Fine old gentleman, every breath, every glance carries quiet dignity without circumstance. Try to draw me into stories I won't tell, but restrained is my armor, and discretion my shell. I do not argue, I do not explain, I let the quiet lead. The gentleman's presence, every measured deed. Fine old gentleman, high steady posture true. No words, no confession, yet the room feels my hue. Fine old gentleman, every step deliberate. I move through silence with calm and aid. To explain is to diminish, to justify is to sway. I remain composed in my own way. The bass flows warm, guitar hums low. I carry the elegance and let no one know. Fine old gentleman, the night bows quietly. I hold my composure and it suffices entirely. Fine old gentleman, I burn quietly inside, a flame that doesn't roar. No need to explain its warmth, no need to open the door. The world may stare and guess, try to measure, try to test, but the fire remains unseen, contained within my chest. Reserve flame, I hold my heat, my core. No words, no confession, I offer nothing more. Reserve flame, every pause deliberate. The quiet is my fire, and it radiates innate. They push, they question, they pry. I let their murmurs float by. Every motion controlled, every glance untold. Discretion is my virtue, composure is my creed. The gentleman knows silence is the sea. Reserve flame, I do not fan the spark. Every breath contained, every movement start. Reserve flame, the room bends to my ear. I carry the quiet and move as I please. Explaining, consume, clarifying, deeply. I remain composed and guard my feet. The bass flows like velvet, guitar whispers slow. I carry the fire, and no one will know. Reserve flame, the night watches in awe. I hold my silence and obey my own law. I lift my hand and let them fall. No more answers, no more call. The air hangs heavy with questions I won't meet. They try to pull me out, force conversation like change, but I step back and let the stillness reign. Final part, silence owns me now. No words will cross these lips. I don't explain, I allow. Final part, respect is measured here in the distance I keep
In the calm I steer. Every sentence is a trap, every reason in the law. I learned early to guard what I cannot toss. No justification passes these doors, no pleading that goes through. I choose detachment and the strength it imbues. Final pause, I fold into myself. No story, no confession, no one else. Final pause, the air is mine to keep. I let the world speak while I sleep. Silence is a boundary, silence is a claim I don't explain. I protect my name. The room moves on, voices fade and bend. I sit contained until the end. Final pause, and I remain. Final pause, final pause. This isn't hesitation, this isn't fear. Every second I stay quiet is engineered. I've weighed the cost of speaking, measured every word. Silence won without being heard. You lean in, waiting for me to break, but I don't break like that. The silence is intentional, every breath, every pause. I don't speak by accident, I don't need applause. The silence is intentional, it's how I stay in control. I don't confuse honesty with full disclosure. Some truths survive better under closure. I don't know access to my inner rooms. What lives in a fuse, in a view. So I sit in the dark, let the moment stretch. If you need more than this, you'll never get it. The silence is intentional, not empty, not weak. It's a language
I don't teach. Explaining is exposure. Exposure is risk. I choose precision. I choose this. When I finally leave, no one stops me. They're still waiting for something I won't be. The silence is intentional. The silence is intentional and final. I could clear this up with half a sentence, but I won't. I've seen how truth gets twisted when it leaves the mouth. They want clean motives, easy lines, something to forgive or blame, but my reasons don't fit inside their frame. I let it look wrong, that keeps it mine. I let it look wrong and sleep just fine. You think silence means guilt? That's your education. I think silence means control over my own narration. I don't argue with opinions, I don't beg for light. If you don't like the dark, that's not my fight. I let it look wrong from where you stand. I don't need to be right be a man. Explaining is a habit of people afraid to lose. I already lost enough, I got nothing left to prove. So draw your conclusions, make them sharp and fast. I'll be over here, outlasting the past. I let it wrong and walk away. I let it wrong walk away. said all I need to say. Let the echoes die away. No more reasons, no more pleas, just a cold that carries me. The room is silent, waiting, but I will not appear. I'll fold my words into shadows. Let no one near. Door closed forever. No explanation, no reply. I turn inward. Let the silence multiply. Door closed forever. Respect lies in restraint. I don't know a word. I keep what I've gained. They want closure, I offer none. They need context, I am done. Every question bends the air into a shape I cannot wear. I won't justify my past. I won't rehearse my pain. Silence is the only answer. That I claim. Door closed forever. No debate, no chance to sway. I remain and drift away. Dark closed forever. No compromise, no plea. I own my quiet. It's enough for me. Some think silence is surrender. Some think it's fear, but it is honor. It is clear. Out, I don't respond. I let the world interpret while I abscond. Love closed forever, and I remain. Door closed forever. glances on the rim of a glass I didn't rush. This place remembers quite a man who never made a fuss. I straighten my sleeve, slow and clean, like discipline's a prayer. Chaos always leaks between hands that don't care. I don't scan the room for eyes, I don't lean into the sound. A man who's lived enough goodbyes knows how to stay unbound. There's dignity in how you wait, there's violence in haze. Ooh, I learned how timing calibrates what shouldn't be chased. The band plays low, the brush is sweet, confessions off the floor. I've learned what things I get to keep by losing more. Some men drown in what they feel, some men fake control. I learned manners help you seal a fractured soul. I move with manners, even under strain, because composure outlives pain. Napkin folded, glass aligned, everything in place. It's not obsession, it's designed to never misplace what little calm the night allows. I don't abuse, I learn restraint is how a man chooses. Candlelight doesn't flicker, it undisplayed.
The streets are velvet beneath my feet. Every step deliberate, measured, sweet. Streetlights flicker like fading stars. I'll move through silence, carrying scars. I watch the city, its secrets and lies. I take no part, just observe with my eyes. Every sound softened, every movement slow. I act with precision, letting no one know. Velvet streets, my quiet stage. I move unseen, beyond the cage. No one notices, no one knows the life I lead as the night flows.
guitar hums, bass runs deep, drums tick softly, secrets to keep. Every step intentional, every breath mine. I move like the night, deliberate, fine. Through alleys, dark and corners bare, I glide like a phantom aware. No need for words, no need for fame. I carve my path unknown, untamed. Velvet streets, my quiet stage. I move unseen, beyond the cage. No one notices, no one knows the life I lead as the night flows. The morning creeps, I fade from sight. A man of shadows, embracing night. The city whispers, but I don't respond. I move through darkness, quiet and fun. Every street, every alley I know, I follow a compass only I can show. Eyes watch, but they cannot see the life I lead, deliberate and free. Each step calculated, each move exact. A man in silence, nothing lacks. Silent compass, guide my way through smoky nights where shadows play. No one follows, no one knows the path I take as the night flows. Bass hums low, guitar sings soft, drums whisper gently, guiding a lot. I leave only echoes, nothing to find. A quiet existence, deliberate mind. Every corner tells a story untold. Every shadow bends, every street bold. I am the man moving in stillness and calm, a gentleman walking, a subtle charm. Silent compass, guide my way through smoky nights where shadows play. No one follows, no one knows the path I take as the night flows. The city waits, but I remain, a shadow moving, free of chains. settle into a chair where the lamplight barely reaches. The bar around me quite alive, only in subtle tones. Guitar stretches notes like smoke, curling in the air. Drums brush soft, soft as my thoughts. I sip slowly, tasting more than the whiskey. Tasting decisions, weighing consequences. Silently, no one sees the internal storms I navigate. No applause for the quiet resilience I hold. Candlelight reflects on polished wood, catching my silhouette. A gentleman unmoving yet fully alive in the night. Every glance, every breath, calculated, intentional. I exist quietly, intensely, purposefully. The world outside roars, but here I am composed, a master of subtlety, moving without display. Patrons chatter and fade, music hums low. I absorb, I reflect, I measure each internal tide. Night ends, I rise gently, cold over my arm, disappearing into streets that know nothing of me. A quiet presence remains unseen but felt, the life of a man who moves in silence. I light a cigarette where the fog is thick. The world moves fast, but I move slick. Street lamps glow like amber fire. I walk alone, driven by desire. The night holds me, a quiet embrace,
see every corner, every face. Life rushes past in a frantic blur. I am patient, my mind is still. Cigarette smoke and street lamps glow. I move in silence, the night my show. No one notices the path I weave, a quiet rhythm I achieve. Bass hums deep like a hidden thought. Guitar whispers what cannot be bought. Drums like rain on a distant roof. I walk my life subtle and smooth. I'm not lost, I'm not blind. I see the patterns others can't find. A gentleman moving, unseen, unclaimed. Every step deliberate, every moment framed. Cigarette smoke and street lamps glow. I move in silence, the night my show. No one notices the path I weave, a quiet rhythm I achieve. Morning comes, shadows recede. I vanish quietly, my soul free. Candlelight dances across amber liquid. Guitar hums low, bass flowing beneath. Drums brush softly, a gentle heartbeat. I sit, a quiet presence, observing all. Segment 2, contemplation. Decisions made in private, struggles handled unseen. Every breath deliberate, every thought measured. Life outside rushes, oblivious to my pace. I move in calm intensity, fully composed. I move in calm intensity, fully composed. Segment 3, observation. The bartender hums softly, wiping a glass. Strangers laugh, smoke curls upward in lazy spirals. I absorb everything without intrusion. A gentleman moving quietly, intensely, deliberately. Segment
Every gesture reflects careful consideration. Every heartbeat aligns with the rhythm of thoughts. Candlelight mirrors my quiet resolve. Each flicker a silent testament to inner discipline. Segment 5, exit. The bar empties. The night stretches outward. Our eyes, coat over arm, vanish into streets asleep. A subtle presence felt but unseen. A man moving in deliberate, calm silence. I sit alone where the light is dim. Candle flames flicker across the polished wood. The bartender hums a soft, familiar tune. Brushed drums mark time, as if the night itself listens. My glass catches the reflection of my hands. Every line and wrinkle tells the stories I don't speak. The guitar hums warm, analog, resonant. Each note echoing the choices I made quietly. Patrons laugh in the distance, unaware of the stillness here. I watch, measure, absorb life's victories and losses, all carried without display. I move deliberately, a gentleman hidden in plain sight. The smoke curls, forming shadows that mirror my thoughts. Every breath a decision, every sip a reflection. I leave no footprints in the night, yet my presence lingers, subtle, intense, composed. When the hour wanes and the bar empties, I rise softly, coat draped over my arm. Outside the city sleeps, unaware of the quiet storm I carry. I disappear into the darkness, measured, unannounced. Footsteps soft against a cold pavement. Every night carries a quiet statement. I watch, I wait, I never speak. A silent figure in the city's mystique. Street lights flicker, casting smoky halos. Life rushes past like a fleeting shadow. I move with purpose, never in haste. Every choice considered, nothing to waste. Shadows whisper low, secrets in my stride. I move unseen, with nothing to hide. No eyes follow, no one to see the quiet rhythm that lives in me. Guitar hums warm, bass holds me steady. Drums like a pulse, calm and ready. I navigate life with hands in control. A man of silence, a measured soul. Every street a canvas, every corner a frame. I leave no mark, yet I play the game. The night is mine, the city my stage. A quiet dancer, unseen sage. Shadows whisper low, secrets in my stride. I move unseen, with nothing to hide. No eyes follow, no one to see the quiet rhythm that lives in me. I fade into the night's embrace. A gentleman's journey, quiet grace. Night falls around the jazz, dim and warm. Candlelight catching the edges of my thoughts. Guitar breeze, bass hum steady, drums brush soft. Every note a companion to my quiet reflection. I hold my drink, contemplate choices and losses. Every struggle handled without display. The world rushes unaware of the calm intensity here. I move with subtle purpose, every motion deliberate. absorb as I'll never get sight of me. The music and shadows carry me deeper, but gentlemen fully present, yet unseen. I rise only when the last candle fades. Step lightly in the streets that sleep oblivious. No trace left behind, no announcement made, only the soft imprint of quiet resolve. The night retreats, but I remain the man moving in silence, deliberate, discreet, intent.
I stroll where the street lamps bend. Every corner holds a truth I can't pretend. The night is thick, the air a velvet cloak. I speak in action, not in words I spoke. Eyes watch from windows unaware. Pass like a secret, dissolved in the air. Life unfolds around me, loud and fast. But I linger, observe, let nothing last. I am the midnight gentleman, alone, refined. I move with purpose, leaving no sign. The world can roar, the city can spin. I remain still, a calm within. Subtle drum mark the rhythm of my pace. Electric guitar hums in my quiet space. I take the path where silence leads, and plant my steps like scattered seeds. I am not lost, I am unseen, a moving shadow in a midnight scene. No rush, no chase, just the steady flow. The night is mine, the streets I know. I am the midnight gentleman, alone, refined. I move with purpose, leaving no sign. The world can roar, the city can spin. I remain still, a calm within. night whispers, I answer with grace, a quiet life, a steady pace. I slide into the corner where the shadows fall heaviest. Candlelight brushing the rim of my glass. Guitar hums, bass breathes under it. The night folds around me, calm but deep. I measure my thoughts as carefully as I measure my steps. Every decision considered, every emotion contained. The world outside roars, but here I am deliberate. A man of refinement moving unseen. I observe without intrusion, absorbing stories. No one suspects the intensity of my calm. The music flows with my heartbeat, a rhythm of contemplation, of quiet resolve. Smoke drifts in spirals, echoing internal storms, but I remain composed, a gentleman holding the night. I drink slowly, I think deeply, each gesture purposeful, each breath intentional. When the candle dies and the bar empties, I stand, coat in hand, vanishing like smoke. No sound, no sign, yet my presence lingers. The quiet impact of a man moving with purpose. Silence paid a bill tonight before I even moved. The room felt lighter when I stood, like it approved. I didn't know the past a thing, not even grief. I learned what quiet settling brings is relief. Men confuse noise for being real. I've done it too. But silence sharpens how you feel
what's true. The bar reflected less of me as I prepared to step back into what could be repaired. Jazz lingered like a final thought. You don't resist, some lessons can't be taught. I button comb into my chest like armor thin, not to protect me from the rest, but from within. Silence paid the bill, I walked free. Outside the city didn't ask who I'd become. It gave me distance, gave me task and drum. I disappear without a sound, that's planned. A man who knows when he's been found moves on. Silence paid the bill. And stayed. Neon lights flicker on the empty streets. I move like a whisper, silent as heartbeat. A gentleman in control, power in my gaze. Every move I make, the city sings my praise. Cigarette smoke swirls, piano hums low. Every shadow I pass, I let my presence show. Playlists make you feel like a gangster, sharp and refined. Silent confidence, air gets intertwined. Whiskey warms my hands, ambition in my stride. Through midnight heist, the city opens wide. The alleyways murmur of men who dare to dream of loyalty, power, and every silent scheme. I've walked through fire, I've danced through rain, yet in quiet moves I always gain. Shades of fall whispers, drums softly beat. Every glance, every step, nothing incomplete. The gentleman of night, moving unseen through the darkened streets. I own the sea. Playlists make you feel like a gangster, sharp and refined.
silent confidence, elegance intertwined. Whiskey warms my hands, ambition in my stride. Through midnight heights, the city opens wide. Neon fades to shadows, the night gives way to dawn. Yet the gentleman of darkness quietly moves on. Every street a memory, every alley a tale. In the silence of the night, the gangster prevails. While you loud in broken bars, I listen from the side. Men get noisier when they're scared of what they hide inside. I kept my back shed full, I kept my temper low. I've learned how power moves without a show. I don't interrupt the moment, I let it reveal. Truth comes out when you don't own it, when you let it feel. He never raised his voice, never slammed a door. He made a choice, then he made one more. No depths unwanted, no emotion to fight. He left it for the morning, like a disciplined boy. Some men confuse noise with stuff. I made that mistake. Now I measure depth and length of every step I take. I don't argue with fools, I don't educate ways. I just quietly move off the stage. He never raised his voice, never needed to. He saw the choice, then he followed through. No speeches, no scene, no need to explain. He stayed unseen and still remained. Calm is intimidating if you understand. Silence is devastating when you command it.
light blinks like it agrees. How sit enough to make some men shout to feel free. I walk away to keep my sight. He never raised his voice, but the room felt changed. He made his choice, and the world rearranged. If you look for a sign, you will find a trace, just a calm behind an empty space. Silence spoke for him. Empty streets greet me, a whisper in the rain. I walk alone, yet I'm never in vain. The city hums secrets only I can feel. A gentleman in silence, every move is real. Make you feel like a gangster, elegant and sly. Shadow swims within me, ambition in my eyes. Whiskey warms my hands, shadows warm my mind. Through the streets of night, the true power I find. Cigarette smoke craves, piano softly plays. Every glance a story, every step a phrase. I've seen loyalty tested, I felt betrayal's bite. Yet I move like a shadow, come through the night. Saxophone whispers, drums softly keep the pace. Every street I wander leaves a gentle trace. The gentleman in darkness knows
Every secret I carry keeps the city intact. Make you feel like a gangster, elegant and sly. Silent strength within me, ambition in my eye. Whiskey warms my hands, shadows warm my mind. Through the streets of night, the true power I find. The rain slows, neon fades, night gives way to dawn. Yet in my silent stride, the gentleman carries on. Our lives in quiet, elegance in disguise. Through the streets of night, the gangster never dies. City lights flicker, a rhythm in the dark. I stand above it all, alone and quiet and mark. Rooftop shadows stretch, I watch the streets below. Every move is calculated, every whisper flows. A gentleman in silence, power in each glance. Life is a subtle game, a carefully played dance. The wind carries secrets, the night holds its breath. Every step is measured, every choice a test. Make you feel like a gangster, sleek and refined. Silent strength within me, elegance intertwined. Whiskey in my head, ambition in my eyes. Through the rooftop shadows, the city never lies. Cigarettes burn slowly, neon lights glow faint. I've walked through betrayal and victories I've painted. Each alley a memory, each corner a chance. I move like a phantom, every step a dance. Sights at full whisper softly, Piano chords collide. The rhythm of the night carries me like the tide. A gentleman in shadows, I own this quiet reign. Every move is silent, every wind contained. Make you feel like a gangster, sleek and refined. Silent strength within me, elegance intertwined. Whiskey in my hand, ambition in my eyes. Through the rooftop shadows, the city never lies. Dawn creeps slowly, but my silhouette remains. A gentleman in darkness, shadowed streets are my domains. The city keeps its secrets, but I hold the key. In the silence of the night, I walk eternally.
I move where the city fears to tread. Footsteps quiet, every word unsaid. The night hums low, thick with sound. I glide like a ghost, nowhere bound. I watch the lives that flash and fade. I make my moves in the quiet shade. The world is loud, but I am still a man with purpose, iron will. The silent gentleman, walking alone through empty streets. I make my own, no eyes to follow, no voice to hear. I move through darkness, calm and clear. Guitar wails softly, bass holds me near. Drums tick gently, I feel them clear. Every choice deliberate, every step true. A life in shadow, yet full view. No one notices the power I hold, the quiet strength, calm and bold. I am the man who walks the night, a shadow moving out of sight. The silent gentleman, walking alone through empty streets. I make my own, no eyes to follow, no voice to hear. disappear. A quiet force, no one near.
The candle flickers, its flame dancing with my thoughts. I draw in a long breath, feel the smoke coil around the air. Faces drift past, laughter like echoes in a hollow hall. I sit unmoving, letting the warmth of guitar hum wash over me. Every choice I've made tonight, and every one before, weighs softly in the dim light, like ash falling into a glass. Brush drums whisper secrets, steady and discreet. I let the world rush by, I remain deliberate still. I notice the bartender polishing glasses, the quiet clink. I notice the shadows stretching across the floor. And I know no one sees the weight I carry. A gentleman in thought, moving without sound. Take another sip, let the warmth settle. My eyes trace the candle's reflection in the dark. The night is mine, a companion to my reflection. I leave no trace, yet everything is marked inside. Music swells gently, carrying my calm intensity. Every note aligns with a heartbeat I dare not show. And when the hour passes, I rise discreet. A quiet man leaving the room.
The jazz bar hums low, candlelight flickers, guitar stretches notes warm, bass flows steady, drums brush soft, marking time in the shadows. I sit, glass in hand, fully present, fully still. Segment 2. reflection. Every choice considered, every struggle silent. Life navigated without display or notice. I measure each thought, each breath, each glance. A gentleman moving in quiet intensity. Segment 3, observation. Patrons laugh, conversations rise and fall. I notice subtleties, the hidden movements of the night. No one sees the depth within, yet every motion carries weight and intention. Segment 4, self-awareness. Candlelight mirrors calm determination. Every flicker aligns with deliberate thought. I navigate the evening, fully composed. Internal storms handled with quiet mastery. Segment 5, departure. The night wanes, I rise, coat over arm. Step outside, where streets lie silent. A man moves in discreet intensity, leaving only traces of deliberate calm behind. Calm behind. The city breathes quietly beneath my feet. Neon spills across wet streets like liquid heat. I move like a shadow, deliberate and precise. A gentleman of the night, silent as ice. Whiskey warms my hand, smoke curls and twirls. Every glance I give could change 1,000 words. The alleys whisper my name, yet no one sees. Power lives in silence, elegance in degree. Every move is calculated, every word restrained. I've danced for danger,
yet never been changed. The night hums my secrets, the moon watches close. Through the whispers of power, I silently impose. Playlists make you feel like a gangster, fierce and refined. Silent authority, elegance intertwined. Through kingpin nights, the shadows know my reign. A gentleman in darkness, pleasure mixed with pain. Cigarette smoke drenched as footsteps fade behind. Every street remembers the deals I've designed. Loyalty tested, betrayal is learned. Yet in the quiet of night, respect is earned. Piano hums low, saxophone cries deep. The rhythm of the city is mine to keep. I've walked through fire, I've ruled unseen, a gangster in silence, calm yet keen. Playlists make you feel like a gangster, fierce and refined. Silent authority, elegance intertwined. Through kingpin nights, the shadows know my reign. A gentleman in darkness, pleasure mixed with pain. The neon fades slowly, fog creeps in tight. Yet the kingpin of night steps lightly into the light. Every street, every shadow bends to my way. Kingpin nights, the gentleman will stay.
Bartender wipes down the worn wood bar. I sit alone, nursing who we are. The night wraps tight, thick with haze, every thought a silent phrase. The guitar hums deep, bass carries low, drums brush gently, soft and slow. I ponder life, my choices, my way, the quiet struggles I face each day. Last call thoughts, heavy and true, a gentleman's mind, quietly blue. No eyes notice, no words reveal the careful steps I quietly feel. Candlelight flickers on my lined face. I take my time, I hold my space. Every decision deliberate, every breath mine. I navigate the night, one quiet line. I am here, yet I fade away, a silent presence, soft as clay. No applause, no gaze to claim. I walk my life without the fame. Last call thoughts, heavy and true, a gentleman's mind, quietly blue. No eyes notice, no words reveal the careful steps I quietly feel. Here, the night dissolves, I leave in silence, problems unsolved.